Hey, rockers and rebels, welcome back. Today, we're diving into the spirit of 90s radio with this week's episode, 1994's Airheads. It's loud, it's dumb, in the best way, and it's got one of the wildest hostage situations ever over a demo tape. Airheads is a rock comedy starring Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, and Adam Sandler as the Lone Rangers. Yes, they pluralized the Lone Ranger. Desperate to get their demo played on the radio, they break into local rock station KPPX in LA and accidentally end up holding the entire station hostage with a fake Uzi. What follows is part slapstick, part satire of the music business, and a weirdly touching love letter to the underdogs of rock and roll. Brendan Fraser plays Chaz, a long-haired frontman with big dreams and no plans. Sandler is Pip, the lovable dimwit on drums, and Buscemi, channeling peak 90s rage, is Rex, the bassist with no patience for sellout. The supporting cast is stacked. Joe Mantegna is the DJ caught amongst all of the chaos, and he is the old school rocker who loves that rock and roll spirit that the Lone Rangers seem to embody. Michael McKean, who we saw in previous episodes, Adventures of Power and Hider in the House, plays the slimy station manager who is attempting to rebrand the station into easy listening. I don't think he's going to have an easy time of that. And Michael Richards, best known as Kramer, plays basically Kramer in this movie, but as a stumblebum accountant caught in the middle of the action. Cameos include God himself, Lemmy from Motorhead, David Arquette, and Harold Ramis. What really makes Airheads interesting beyond the laughs is its setting, the FM radio rock station. In the early 90s, radio, especially FM, was the gatekeeper for music. If you weren't on the radio, your band simply did not exist. There was no YouTube, there was no Spotify, there was no instant streaming, just demos, managers, and radio station playlists. KPPX, the station in Airheads, represents that old school power structure where decisions were made by execs and program directors, not algorithms. But by 1994, the music world was already changing. Corporate takeovers, the rise of digital media, and eventually the internet would make radio less about discovery and more about repetition. And Airheads kind of predicted that collapse in its own goofy way, shining a light on how hard it is for real artists to break through. Airheads shows the frustration of every band that's ever been ignored or any content creator who's ever been ignored and is trying to make a name for themselves. And Airheads is loud, chaotic, and most of the time cartoonish. But at its core, it's about passion, that do-it-yourself spirit, and sticking it to the system. And you know, it works because it doesn't take itself too seriously. The jokes are big, the plot, of course, is ridiculous, and somehow it works. It's the kind of movie where someone says, you can't pluralize the Lone Ranger, and you laugh every time. And the soundtrack, classic 90s rock. We've got metal legends White Zombie, Anthrax, Motorhead, and more. And the Airheads soundtrack totally captures that dirty, flannel-wrapped, post-grunge energy. Airheads didn't make a huge splash at the box office, but over the years, it's become a cult favorite, especially for fans of rock, comedy, and 90s nostalgia, like me. And Airheads reminds us of a time when getting on the radio felt like making it. Imagine you're a band and you hear your song on the radio for the first time. I mean, the energy that would have to flow through you and just that excitement. It meant something. And Airheads harkens back to that time when people would do literally anything, even stage a hostage situation to be heard. So if you've never seen it, give Airheads a shot. It's funny, it's weird, and kind of oddly sweet beyond all of that absurdity. So stay loud, stay proud, and give the subscribe button a record contract so you never miss a thing. We have had so much fun bringing you July's content, and Action August is right around the corner. You're never going to want to miss an episode. To that end, new episodes of the Real Relationships podcast premiere every Thursday on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. Unfortunately, we can't be found on FM radio. New episodes of this show also premiere every Thursday on YouTube. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and YouTube so you never miss a thing. Stay safe, stay rockin', and we will see you soon.